Hey guys, Ross Sykes with Acopia Home Loans, a company of people in action, in case you didn't know what Acopia stood for. Um, why am I here? Where, who am I? A lot of you know who I am. There are some that don't. There are a lot actually here in South Alabama that don't know who Ross Sykes is. I am a mortgage loan advisor who has honored and privileged to be able to every day assist individuals looking to buy or refinance their home in dealings with their mortgage. And I take it personal. I mean, I'm dealing with your livelihood and where you guys eat, live, and breathe every day. So I do not take that job lightly. I take it as an honor. So basically, a little bit about me is I've never really got out there and let people know who I am or who I was. I'm an Air Force veteran, prior wireless manager for Special Operations Command. After leaving the military, I began a role of being an investigator for the government. I did background investigations for national security throughout a lot of the lower region of the United States in regards to individuals that are being entrusted with information to protect our country from the borders, the land, sea, air. That's what I did. And I took it, it was a blessing, like I said. To be able to do that role, it required steadfast commitment, timeliness, and to basically stick to the mission every day. And I loved it, but it got to the point where eventually I wasn't happy. I was miserable. Actually, I was that guy saying, man, I got to get up and do this today. I don't want to go to work. I just want to stay home. I didn't want to do anything. And mind you, I was making $85,000 a year, which is pretty. I mean, you can make a good living off of $85,000 a year, be able to provide for your family. But I just was miserable. So I had to make a change. What change did I decide to make? Well, first off, one thing that I know helps, and I've seen it help, is prayer. So I prayed about it before I made my decision. Weeks went by, and I was like still like on the fence, like I don't know what I should do. So and finally said, you know, you need to make a decision, Ross, and you prayed about it, and follow what you were led to do. I'm a people person. Anywhere I go, even my fiance will tell you this: we can't go into a place without Ross talking to everybody in there or knowing 5 or 10 people before we leave. It's part of, I love people. I love sharing and learning their backgrounds, and it's just part of who I am. I don't know where I got that from, but just what I love to do. So basically, when I left, I was like, what am I going to do? I had a guy that owned a mortgage company said, you need to come work for me, Ross. So steadfast, went in, studied, passed the state test, which by far the mortgage license test for to become a mortgage loan originator, it's very difficult. It was probably single-handedly the most difficult test I've ever taken in my entire career, to include being prior Air Force. And you know, we always test in the Air Force because we don't go out in the field like some of the Marines and the soldiers do. But basically, I passed it first time. Once I passed it, I began working for a mortgage company and was there. That's where I pretty much learned, or should I say, made a lot of mistakes in the beginning. But I learned from those mistakes, and I knew that the only easy day was yesterday. So I continued to delve in and educate myself and learn more and more about what is the mortgage business and what makes things happen. How do I identify areas to help people get into homes rather than just deny them and have them walk away? Honestly, in the beginning, there were people that I denied that I probably could have helped right there, and they were in a position, but I said, unfortunately, I can't help you, and they went their separate ways. And eventually it came to me one day, I was like, you know, I can't keep doing that. People, you don't walk away from people. You invest your time and you make a commitment to them, whether it pays dividends to you, but at the end of the day, you don't do anything because it's for you. You do it because you want to help other people. And that's the American way. That's the right way to do things, and that's where many businesses have been successful throughout South Alabama and across the U.S. I mean, look at Amazon. So basically, what I decided to do is I am helping people from start to finish. If they don't think they can qualify for a home loan, I start from the beginning. I look at their income, I look at their assets, I look at everything connected to see what we can do to get them to a home. And just because they're not ready today doesn't mean they're not going to be ready tomorrow, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, and continue that relationship, because we're in a relationship business. Relationship business to help others and basically provide financial advice and mortgage advice to allow them to make the decision that's best for them. Never assume. I assumed a lot in the beginning as well. So basically that's a little bit about where I come from, why I do what I do, why am I a mortgage loan advisor here in South Alabama. Number one, I love people. That's why I got into this business, because I love people. Number two, I'm an education junkie. I love to learn. I love to learn strategies. Some of my favorite reads are autobiographies. What made people get to where they are based on their situations? My situations were tough in the beginning of my life. Very tough. Very, very, very tough childhood. But I persevered and I made it through it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, like I said, not to get too much into that area, but I feel like it's important for you guys to know who I am and why I do what I do. Number one, I put the veteran first. So if you know somebody that's interested in getting a home loan that's a veteran, by far, there's no reason why you should send them anywhere else other than to me. And we do, why I chose Acopia. Acopia is the second mortgage company I worked for, and the last one that I hope to work for. It basically, we have a program called Honoring Our Heroes. What the Honoring Our Heroes program is we're basically putting our money where our mouth is. We charge no origination fees, no admin fees, no processing fees, no underwriting fees, no application fees. We don't charge any fees, any lender fees in regards to those. How many people out there can say that right now in the mortgage business? Not many, especially here in South Alabama. So, and also what we do to create more value for the veteran, at closing, we give them 0.25% of their loan amount back to them at closing, whether it's to help with whatever fees they have, like closing costs if they have to incorporate any, or prepaid costs, or anything. There have been multiple times where I've actually gave a veteran a $500 check back to them at closing because it was a lender credit. We didn't need it for the loan, so we gave it back to them. So basically putting our money where our mouth is. And that blank check, I love filling out. It's basically, that's why I'm here. That's why I chose Acopia, and I believe that's why Acopia chose me. So I know I'm taking a lot of your guys' time today, but I just felt it important for you guys to know who I am and why I do what I do. And I'm extremely honored, blessed, and I'm looking forward to what 2020 is going to bring us. A lot of new keys for some new homes, and more importantly, a lot of memories, a lot of new relationships, new people, and just continue to make a difference here in South Alabama. Again, Ross Sykes, Acopia Home Loans, Air Force veteran, honored to serve you out here. You guys have an amazing week.